Palestinians and Syrians who have had their land taken from them. Louder? Okay. Israel has decimated Gaza. It has bombed homes, hospitals, bakeries, and institutions into above-ground graveyards of irretrievable bodies, memories, and possibilities that we will never know. The sheer barbarity of killing more than 16,000 people and maiming tens of thousands more in the span of several weeks is impossible to comprehend. Gazans granted only 7 days to find their dead babies, fathers, mothers, grandparents, and friends under the rubble, to take less than half a breath before the Zionist entity resumed its campaign of carpet bombing, assaults, and kidnappings even worse than before. The price Palestinians are forced to pay is unfathomable, and it is being borne with an equally incomprehensible steadfastness, deep faith, dignity, and humility that should make Justin Trudeau and Melanie Joly weep with shame at their complicity. Not only does the Liberal government refuse to call for a permanent ceasefire, but Canada remains committed to financing the Israeli war machine. Even as 71% of Canadians call for a ceasefire and over 100,000 marched on Ottawa, the state, with the help of its racist media apparatus, remains committed to aiding Israel in its public relations battle, repressing activists and violating citizens' civil liberties across the country for daring to stand against genocide, for daring to say that Palestinian lives matter just as much as yours or mine. We are seeing an onslaught of repression of our freedom of speech, an onslaught of legal intimidation tactics, of anti-Palestinian racism, hate crimes, and countless other state and institutionally sanctioned efforts to slow our momentum, scare us off, and silence our voices. But they will not isolate us. Indigenous peoples have long been telling us, and now we see it for ourselves, we are not free in so-called Canada. We cannot be free until colonized people all over the world are free. We will not be free until Palestine is free. Honor the injustice of this moment. Mourn and rage, but don't let these facts make you feel hopeless. Let it fuel your resolve, because the fight is not over, and those committing genocide will not win. Remember that hope is not given. Hope is created. It denotes a practice and an obligation. It grows both from our public acts of defiance against loveless states and from the acts of love and care that we owe one another. This kind of hope in action, has laid Israel bare in its violence before the world, as the soulless shell of a grotesque killing machine committed to murder, destroy, and terrorize wholesale. Shame! Their crimes have been uncovered, and they have lost the fight for people's hearts and minds. Netanyahu has said it himself. Our public power is the greatest threat to Israel's genocidal project. Let the victories that we have gained propel us to fearlessness as we encourage those around us to do the same. There are more people who see the truth and are fuming over the injustice than we realize. Let us give allies the courage to show their faces, speak up en masse, and to hold accountable those who have mounted the campaign of fear. Continue to speak truth to power, and let us overwhelm those who refuse to accept that human life has value, even with brown skin. Let Palestine's endurance in the face of 75 plus years of unimaginable suffering and grief keep us committed to hope for the people and the land, committed to calling for a permanent ceasefire, for an end to the Zionist entity's settler colonial occupation, and for a free Palestine.